Now, Medtronic has the feature of identifying ups and downs and how fast you're going up and down. I'm pretty sure all the pumps are identifying, they may not be using arrows, but there is some other means of relaying this information to you. Don't quote, if they're using the arrows on your pump system, don't quote exactly what I'm saying, but check with your own to see that what does it mean. Okay, let's get started. Now, first thing we need to discuss is we need to discuss how things are measured. In countries that are using the metric system, our blood readings are millimoles per liter. In countries that don't use the metric system, it would be milligrams per deciliter. I know. It'd be so much easier if everyone could be talking the same thing, so that when you're watching a video from the States, it could be misleading you, because they're talking about 50 being low, and you're there thinking, oh my God, I'd be dead at 50. So we're going to do, it's time to go to math class. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Now, Medtronic has the feature of identifying ups and downs and how fast you're going up and down. I'm pretty sure all the pumps are identifying, they may not be using arrows, but there is some other means of relaying this information to you. Don't quote, if they're using the arrows on your pump system, don't quote exactly what I'm saying, but check with your own to see that what does it mean. Okay, let's get started. Now, first thing we need to discuss is we need to discuss how things are measured. In countries that are using the metric system, our blood readings are millimoles per liter. In countries that don't use the metric system, it would be milligrams per deciliter. I know. It'd be so much easier if everyone could be talking the same thing, so that when you're watching a video from the States, it could be misleading you because they're talking about 50 being low, and you're there thinking, oh my God, I'd be dead at 50. So we're going to do, it's time to go to math class. Conversion between millimoles and milligrams per deciliter. Millimoles times 18 equals milligrams per deciliter. Milligrams per deciliter divided by 18. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's go off and continue our chat. Now, milligrams per deciliter. So that's fine. I had it up and it went there. There we go. Conversion between millimoles and milligrams per deciliter. Millimoles times 18 equals milligrams per deciliter. Milligrams per deciliter divided by 18 equals. Okay. Now, again, this is in the American measuring system. So what you need to do is to take this number and divide it by 18. Yes, because we take it. Okay. So we have one arrow up or one arrow down. Doesn't matter. The increments are the same. It's just whether it's going up or going down. So sugar has changed by 1 to 2 milligrams per deciliter per minute. So that means you could be losing 1 or 2 milligrams per deciliter. The second comes out at double arrows up, double arrows down. Means sugar has been changing quickly, 2 to 3 milligrams per minute. Milligrams per deciliter per minute. So we're speeding up. Now, I think I've only had this very few times. The next one. 3 arrows up, or 3 arrows down means sugar has been changing very quickly, greater than 3 milligrams per liter per minute. That means you're going to hit rock bottom or you're going to hit the highs very quickly. And you need to take action. Now, if you're on an older Medtronic pump or any pump, you have to go into your correction mode. You have to take a correction dose. That dose has been determined by you and your endocrinologist. That's what it takes into play. You don't want to be sitting there with higher blood sugars sort of all day, sitting there and waiting. It doesn't work out the best. Usually 3 arrows up means that your cannula in your pump could be pulled out and kinked and you're not getting the insulin you need. Now, the guide for that usually says if you have 2 higher glucose readings in a row, probably a good idea to change your sites. The longer you wait, if your pump has been kinked, the more trouble you're going to have. And we want to keep you in control as quickly as possible. Things like this are going to happen not all the time, but they can be pretty quick. If you get up, get showered, get ready for work, head out the door, you forgot to clip on your pump after getting dressed, and you head out, you're going to feel it pretty quick, and your blood sugars are going to start going up, up, up. Moreover, if you're out and you've taken your dose in a restaurant and something happens to your meal, if you've already taken your insulin, you're going to head down quickly. Things to also watch out for. Personally, when I see my arrows going up, I've corrected it. Just watch your pump for a bit after, because those arrows can flip. I've had them where your body's saying, okay, I've got insulin now, let's straighten ourselves out. I don't panic unless I drop below my low point. It's important to identify when your high blood sugars are and when your low blood sugars are. What magical number for both are you going to be worrying about? For me, it's anything below 6, because I have a history of dropping very quickly. We also have going up at 15. That is sort of like, we really have to get into gears about treating it. Anything 10 and above, we start letting the pump correct itself. Now, with the arrows going up and down, your pump will automatically, especially going up, will start giving you extra insulin. It's going to try to correct. Sometimes, based on what your doctor and you have discussed, will mean things need to change. So be ready to deal with things quickly. If you've taken the correction dose, if you're still on needles or pens, and you take a correction dose and you're still out of whack, that is when you need to change your sites. And this time I'm not talking the pump, I'm just talking regularly. Some people use CGMs without the pump, and they require a reader, and that would be a Dexcom. I was sort of given the option to say, did I want to go with Guardian or did I want to go with Dexcom? I like the idea of having one device, having all the information I need personally on one device. There are people that say Dexcom is the number one and Medtronic's the number one. I really did not to have issues with this one at all. So, what else do we need to do? Again, I said this week on these videos. If I have blood sugars, I don't sit here all day. I know it seems like I do, but I don't sit here all day looking for numbers. Oh my God, oh look at this, oh no, look at that. I don't do that. And you should really have to either. Keeping your blood sugars within reason, and that is usually between 3.6 and 3.9 and 10 is where most doctors would like to see, and you function better. Remember to keep things easy, and that's probably the best. If you are having any problems with arrows going up and going down all the time, one arrow may be just indicating, okay, your body's absorbing the insulin. You know, it usually settles down pretty quickly. 2 or 3 is when you really should start not panicking, but taking action to make sure you don't run into any more problems. If you still have the sensation of feeling high or feeling low, make sure you listen and heed, and if you are changing that quickly, you may need to spend a little bit more time looking and understanding what's going on and knowing what action you need to take. This is a shorter one today, but that's what those arrows mean. Have a great day, and hopefully a day without arrows. And remember, if you're not on the Medtronic system and you're on T-Slim, Omnipod are the other two I think that are available in Canada, then look it up with your supplier or look into the manuals that came with your device. Remember, I'm not a doctor, so check with your medical professionals. And with that, we're going to call it a day and have a great day. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.